folks, Ranger Morgan here once again, bringing you another video with hopes that we can bring a little bit of Harriman State Park to your home. Today I want to take you on an adventure down the trail to look for signs of spring. Around this time of year I get a little antsy watching the snow melt, new wildlife coming in. It's an exciting time of year and I would love to share it with you. So put on your virtual hiking boots, get your trekking poles, pack a snack, and let's go. Guys, there's grass.
Harriman Rangers get a little crazy for the first grass sighting. After all, it's been a very long winter. The snow will first melt under the trees, causing tree wells. Because the sun hits here first, flora will grow here first. This green grass is an obvious sign of spring. Some other spring flora to look for, once the snow melts, are spring beauties, glacier lilies, woodland star, yellowbell, and many more. Let's continue searching for other signs of spring, including returning birds, waterfowl, and wildlife.
I've got a squirrel very mad at me. He's like, "What you doing out here?" We're just looking for signs of spring, Mr. Squirrel. Now, let's go find some waterfowl. The fact that there are this many birds on Silver Lake is a sure sign that it is spring. Some of my favorite returning waterfowl are the American white pelican, cinnamon teal, lesser scaup, hooded merganser, and for a short moment in the spring, the common loon. It's a trumpeter swan party. Some of these trumpeter swans will nest here on the Silver Lake Islands as soon as the snow melts. Other wetland birds will return as well, such as the long-billed curlew, killdeer, great blue heron, and my favorite, the sandhill crane. Did you hear that faint sound in the distance? That was the sound of a sandhill crane. This is the first pair of sandhill cranes I've seen all spring. Another sign that spring is here. Sandhill cranes can be 3 to 4 feet tall, have a 6 to 7 foot wingspan, and weigh 7 to 11 pounds. They mate for life and nest in prairies, grasslands, or wetlands. They also feed in prairies on grains and invertebrates. Pretty incredible creatures. It always amazes me how big sandhill crane tracks are. Next, we'll talk about my other favorite part of spring, the return of the mammals. Spring means bears emerge from their dens, with their cubs that were born in the den in late January and early February. They'll be hungry. Female moose will also return to the park to calf. They'll find a spot near water and a food source, like these aspen trees and willows. They have a gestation period of 230 days, which means they'll be giving birth around May. Around this time, elk will start returning to the park and they'll slowly make their way up to the ridge. Cow elk, after an 8.5-month gestation period, will give birth to a 35-pound calf. Let's keep trekking and see if we can find some beautiful birds. Many different birds will return to the park, like this songbird. Other birds include western tanagers, yellow warblers, olive-sided flycatchers, swallows, and red-winged blackbirds, just to name a few. Ah, the sounds of spring. Even this little muskrat likes it. Another great part of spring is watching the trees bloom. The willows and the aspens, like in this picture, won't bloom until a little later in May. Well, let's wrap it up and head back to the parking lot. Alright, that sums it up. Is that a bear? Oh no. Gotcha! But now that I have your attention, I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another virtual program, this time on Signs of Spring. If you have any recommendations or suggestions on programs you'd like to see, things you want to know about the park, please drop them in our comments, in Messenger, or send us an email, and we'll see what we can do. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time. Be the ultimate Harriman State Park of Idaho fan. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook.